Live.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
I don't know if that's any better. Who cares, right? I guess that's better.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is. I think it's a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Live.
Well,
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, what the hell is a pink sauce and the real difference between dogs and cats. And ladies, are you vabbing? And an update on the shark versus pinkie guy. All this and much, much more discussed here on DeaconLive. How are you? How are things? How are things going? Are you doing okay? Are you still surviving this dreadful heat that's out there? I hope you are. Hope everyone's getting along okay. Now, bear with me because my neighbor next door, and for those of you who don't know, we broadcast just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. We sit on about 22 some odd acres here. We have chickens, cattle, we have dogs and cats and horses and goats and all the stuff in between a couple properties. And so next door, they are building a new workshop, workstation, woodworking building, I guess. I don't know. It's like 42 by 42. It's huge. It's like as big as our barn here. And so you'll hear like the bobcat and the heavy machinery going on next door. So I apologize for that as we get into the show. Hold on. I got a text here from my Chevy dealership. Let's see what they say. Does it mean it's going to be here? Oh, ETA 729. Holy shit, that's 2 days from now. Very cool. All right. So that was my dealership. As you guys know, we ordered my Chevy Silverado truck, 2500 series. We got the High Country. It's got all the bells, the whistles, the cameras, the leather, the flipping back, whatever the tailgate is. And that was the text message coming through that they're moving the date up as far as it arriving. We ordered it. I say we ordered it. We ordered it about 2 years ago. And because of parts and stuff, they didn't physically put the order in, but the order finally went in this past January. So it's going to be here in the next 2 days, I guess, is what they're telling me. So that's good news on that front. Now, something that is not good news. I've been going around in circles with iHeartradio. As you guys know, we are found on several different platforms. And to find all the different platforms that we're on, obviously you're listening to us somewhere out there. But if you go over to Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio, click on social contacts, you can see all the different platforms that we're on. We're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, Deezer. There's a plethora of different platforms that we're on. But one of the platforms that we take pride in being on and getting our name out there and our show out there and our biggest following is on iHeartRadio. So I had a problem with last week's show and I said, hey, what's going on, iHeartRadio? We bring you all this great content and stuff. We bring all this mainstream people to your platform. And all of a sudden the last show, the On the Tarmac show, is not showing up. Now, granted, I did do it on a Friday and I figure, well, it's the weekend. Sometimes the machines don't, not that the machines don't know what Friday, Saturday, Sunday is, but you do a show on Friday and you load it up and you're like going, well, you get the weekend crew in there. They really don't care. Or they're not as intuitive as far as getting the show on the air. So I gave them till Monday. Monday comes around, the show's still not posted. So I reached out to them and they said, we are in the middle of a regention. It looked like indigestion to me. Indigestion or whatever it is. And the guy goes, well, just send me the RSS feed to that show and we'll go ahead and automatically upload it for you. I go, okay, am I going to have problems with this week's show? And he reached out and he said, yes, until we get this fixed, bear with us. We apologize. But yeah, this week's show, the show that I'm doing right now, might be delayed. The week of today's the 27th of July. The show might be delayed on iHeartRadio. So it's not my fault. I did everything I was supposed to do. I even took it off my server, changed the not the format, but the actual what do they call it? The style, not the style. I don't know what word I'm looking for. Anyways, it was normally 128 bits per whatever, CD quality. And I dropped it down to 64 bits per whatever quality. I don't know the math on all that stuff. I don't get into that. My job is to sit here, make up funny shit, make you guys laugh, and keep you entertained, and hopefully inform you in some stuff as well. So I dropped it down. Nothing changed. Nothing happened. Now I'm on all the other ones. It's just the iHeartradio. So I apologize for all of our normal fans out there. If you had to go to a different platform and download another app on your phone to get that through. So that's what's going on there. So it's not my fault. I did everything on my end that I was supposed to do. Now, as you guys know, my dad is, we're trying to build him a house. And we're sitting there. We're reaching out to all the different zoning commissions to get the house built on the backside of our property. Now, what we want to do is we want to take the house. I know it's riveting stuff, but hey, you know what? It's what's going on. You guys are interested in what goes on weekly in my life, and I'm just trying to keep you up to date to let you know everyone's okay out there for the most part. just to relax your mind a little bit. So, anyways, we want to put this little 800 square foot house on the back corner of our property, as far back and as far left to the property if you're looking downfield to the property line. So I reach out to the zoning commission here in Union County, and they said, well, what are the setbacks? When you draw the map, the actual map of where everything is going to be, we need the map set or the dimensions or the distance for the setbacks. I'm like, I don't know. Whatever the max in the back is and the max to the left is, that's what I want. Well, it needs to show it on the map. I'm like, well, what are those measurements? You need to contact your, whatever commission. I said, you know what? So I look online and I'm looking through all the different information, and I see everything from, 5 foot off the back and 5 foot off the property line or your neighbor property line, or 10 feet off the back and 10 feet off your neighbor's property. I said, you know what? I'm just going to put 15 on there. 15 off the back, 15 off the property line that joins the two houses together, the two properties together, and turn it in. So I turn it in. So you got this big old map. It's got all the measurements of the lot, the whole entire lot, 22 some odd acres. It's got all the measurements. And I put on there little square building to house, little square box, house, existing house, little square box that says barn, and a little line that goes down through the property. It says existing road, existing barn, and then proposed house and proposed septic field. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get a septic tank perked on the back side of the property. And I drew a little arrow that says 15 feet from the back and 15 feet from the joining neighbor. Turn that in. The guy comes back and goes, oh, you can't have 15 feet off the back. It has to be a minimum of 40 feet. All right, guy, that's what I was trying to tell you in the beginning. What are the setbacks? And I was getting so pissed and going round and round. You know what I did to him? This is what I did. I took the map that I sent him originally, and the 15 feet that was off the back of the property, I took a big old X using map paint or whatever it is. Took a big old X, put it over the 15 so you could still see the 15, and then wrote 40. Nothing's to scale. Nothing, they said I could do it freehand if I wanted to. Well, here we go. This is the best I can do freehand. Turn it back into them, and I can tell, how you can tell people's attitude through an email? They're like, all right, I guess I'll turn this up or shoot this up the ladder, or some bullshit government bureaucrat statement that he said, I'll shoot this up the ladder and see what they say. And I'm like, F you, guy. Dave, whatever his name is. Now, the reason why I say this is because I know we do have a lot of listeners here in our local area here, and we appreciate all you guys out there. If anyone out there can help me, please reach out to me. Email me at deacon@profitradio.com. If you can figure out some way to get this thing done quicker, I just need a land perk. I just need someone to come out here, dig a hole in the ground, pour water in it, and see if it's going to stay. That's all I need to do. There's nothing. I know there's probably a little bit more environmental stuff to it, but for the most part, that's all I want. And I shouldn't have to jump through hoops. And if they just made on their website, hey, looking to build a house on your property, you would think they would have a step 1, 2, 3, and 4, because 1, it's going to bring in more taxes. 2, it's going to bring in more people. 3, it's going to create more jobs in the area. So you would think they would say, hey, let's build and do whatever and get as many people in here to a certain degree, whatever the land can hold, whatever the environment can hold in this area, because we are somewhat rural. We do not have a connected water system where we all live on wells. We do not have a connecting sewage system, but maybe if you get enough people in here and you're able to tax them, $75 per month per household to bring in a sewer line. Christ, they're siphoning water out of a lake that's 40, 50, 60 miles away to feed the main part of the main government buildings up in our downtown area. Yeah, big old 6-foot pipe sucking water in there and spitting it out all over the place. But so if you guys can lend me a hand, that'd be great. If you have any ideas or any suggestions, you can email me at any time at deacon@prophetradio.com. I'd love to hear from you as well. And that's what we're doing. So we got a big show to get into, lots to get into. It's been a crazy week out there as far as like the little odds and end news stuff that you guys might have missed. So we'll dive into that here when we come back. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting from the bellandtea.com studios for cheap, fashionable clothing made locally here in the United States. Check out bellandtea.com for your fashion needs as well. And don't forget, go over to prophetradio.com and get yourself something for free. And we'd love to hear from you as well. And the way you do that is to click on Prophet Radio. There's a little section that says Be Heard, a little blue bar right there. Opens up a microphone on your tablet. Speak right into it. Leave your name. You don't even have to put your real name in there. Just put something in there, and we'll play it on the very next podcast. And you can be part of the show at any time during any podcast. You can ask us questions from past podcasts or upcoming podcasts or just things in general. What's 1 + 1? And I'll tell you it's 3. Now, something I will tell some of those people out there, we were watching Big Brother. This season is goddamn horrible. It is horrible. They're trying to make... I don't know if they've got a huge platform that they're trying to sit on. They're trying to make it as equal across the board. They started out last season with, no one of color has gone into the finals. I think there was one season that there was no females that went to the finals. It's a whole big thing. And if you ask me, even if you didn't ask me, I'm going to tell you. When you do something like this, you pick out a large, broad a spectrum, a jury of your peers, for example, and you put them in a house. Society, without any outside interference other than the rules and the games and stuff that are being played, those people, based on their lifetime decisions before they even got into the house, are going to make judgment based on the people that are in that house, that those 12 people or the 16 people or whatever the thing is. And that's what happens. It is a exact reflection of what's going on outside in the world in a very, very small scale. Very, very small scale. You can, grain of salt. So last season they had something called the, what do they call it? The cookout, where 6 black members of the contestants that were in there stuck together and tried to get to the final 4, final 3. I forget what the ratio was that they were trying to get to. And they did it. They got down, which was great. They were doing it based on just numbers, not necessarily qualifications, not necessarily game playing. They just said the 6 of us are going to stick together and get us down, play the number thing, and get us down to the final, whatever it was. I forget. It was so long ago. And it pissed a lot of people off. When I say a lot of people, there was a lot of people that said, that's not how the game should be played. It should not be based on just, race, religion, creed, color, and all that stuff. And it made a lot of people upset. And then, of course, it made a lot of people on the other side of the fence, made a lot of people happy as well, or more satisfied that, hey, we're being represented as well. And I think everyone should be represented in these type games. So now in this season, they have literally just, they've done, I think they did a lot of stuff more on purpose during this game. I think they're actually just kind of looking for more of a broader, extreme representation of what's going on in today's society or today's community or what's going on out in the real world. or reflected in the news feed and the news reports and stuff, which is fine. I mean, that's what they're going to do. That's your audience. You tend to bow down to your audience. But one of the players had a quote unquote mental breakdown, kind of like the one Simone Biles, where she was pressured so much, the gymnast pressured so much to perform, she literally took a stand and said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not gonna put my body, my mind through this anymore. I'm exhausted, and it's causing me mental health issues. And for the most part, you can understand that. I mean, being at a young age and thrusted into the spotlight and to be peak performance and to be number one. I mean, there's a reason why, the 80s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s child actor stars are either addicted to drugs, in rehab, jailed, or dead. There was no support outside of that. Well, as you guys know, there is a suicide prevention line. Now here at DeaconLive, over at Prophet Radio, we have posted that suicide helpline on our website, just to help anyone out there. If when you're searching for something, hopefully we can be that one voice that kind of lets you lend an ear for getting help, the suicide prevention line. Well, now after years and years and years after years and years and years of having a 10-digit number, which, if you're at the breaking point of thinking about suicide or contemplating suicide or literally like right on the edge of doing it, you got to sit there and remember a 10-digit number. How many people remember, your parents' house number on their cell phone? You don't. It's automatic. Everything's speed dial, speed dial, speed dial. So right now, a suicide prevention line has seen major increases of calls in the last week since changing its 10-digit number to an easy-to-remember 3-digit number. It is now just a matter of dialing or texting 988, kind of like the 911. That was the basic thing right there. So they've switched it to 988. In a time of crisis, intervention counseling can be on the other end. The only difference is that it's a shorter number. This simple change is putting more people in touch with help with people on the other line. Can you imagine that? For the longest time, it was a 10-digit number, and now that they changed it to 988, their calls increased almost tenfold because it was easier. Can you imagine how many more people they would have saved if they just had a simpler number to reach out to someone? The local 211 helpline connects South Floridians to the service in their community. One important aspect of this is that fielding the calls for suicide prevention lines. So there's a 211 helpline in South Florida, and in part of that is they kind of kick them over to suicide prevention line. We have been providing that work for years in crisis interventions through suicide helpline going on for 20 years now. Whether you dial 988 or 211, depending on your location, you will be connected to a trained counselor in your area, or if the line is busy, the caller is automatically routed to a national backup. So there always is someone on the line right there. So if you're ever thinking about, if you have thoughts, if you have problems, if you have issues, always reach out there. And that's 988. 988 is the new speed dial. Now, I believe it's in South Florida, but hopefully that'll take a hold and work its way through the United States as well. Now, sometimes when it's not your time, it's just not your time. And this video right here shows you exactly it was not this guy's time as a potential burglar, robber, tries to kill this guy. I know, it's real. Now, don't forget, for every podcast we have a matching video, so you can see this in real time as we're talking about it here on the show. And the way you see that is go over to prophetradio.com. You can see all the different videos from all the different podcasts. Make sure you like and subscribe while you're over there. You ready for this story? This is broad daylight. Las Vegas Police Department are searching for an attempted murder suspect after home surveillance footage shows a botched robbery turned to a murder attempt. Authorities say that the victim was approached by a suspect when he's parked his car in his garage. The victim was held at gunpoint as the suspect demanded property. When the victim ran away after the demand After the demand, the suspect chased after him with a weapon drawn and tried shooting the man. Luckily for the victim, the suspect's gun jammed promptly. Luckily for the victim, the suspect's gun jammed, prompting him to flee the scene. Police are still looking for the suspect. If you believe you've seen him, he's between the ages of 18 and 25 and was seen last driving a newer black sedan with black rims and tinted windows. So if you want to see this video, go over to Prophet Radio and I'll show you this video in real time as we're talking about it here. Now, let me turn the volume up on it. Let's see. So the camera has a little bit of wind and stuff. So what you're seeing is this is just a suburban neighborhood in Las Vegas. I mean, looks pretty nice. All the lawns are kept. Nice cars, nice vehicles. And there's a gentleman, looks like an older gentleman, in a pink shirt, of course, probably retired, and like white golfing pants, being chased by a young black or young male, dark skin teenager. Like I said, 20 or 18 to 25. I say teenagers. So here he goes. It catches him running across the street here. He's running. So he runs through the bushes or through the little palm tree there. You can hear the gun. The guy getting ready to pull the hammer back or cock the gun back. The slide, I guess that's what it is. Me and guns don't go too well together. He pulls the slide back and you can hear it click, click, click. Let me see if I can turn this up so you can hear it. You ready? Here we go. Here he goes. Nothing. Nothing. Now that slam that you hear was the metal gate that the guy ran into. He must have knew the guy across the street. So here, let me play it one more time for you. He comes running across the street. Pulls the slide. Nothing. Nothing. Gate shuts. And he goes creeping off. Creeping off. Broad daylight. You imagine that? That's got to be scary in itself. All right, guys, when we come back, let me turn that down. All right, guys, when we come back, I'm going to tell you what are the main difference between having cats in your house and having dogs in your house. And having dogs in this neighborhood might have saved this guy a lot more, or had this not even happen in his area. All right, guys, when we come back, I'm going to tell you the difference between having a bunch of cats in your neighborhood and a bunch of dogs in your neighborhood. And sometimes having one helps lessen the crime. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting from the BellandTea.com studios. For the best selection of clothing at cheap, fashionable prices, go to BellandTea.com and get your fashion. Be your own label as well. There goes my headphones again. There we go. Now, the news right now is eating crow, right? Based on a news story that's been taking over the news feed for the last 24 hours up until today. Now, I remember a little show called Leave It to Beaver. You had Beaver. He was the main character, and then you had his brother, who was Wally. Tony Dow was the gentleman's name. Now, you've seen all over your news feed, all over the news reports, that Tony Dow has passed away at the age of 77 years old with his battle of cancer. Now, I'm here to say, no, he is actually alive. There's a miscommunication about the Leave It to Beaver's actors a miscommunication about the Leave It to Beaver actors' health quickly spiraled out of control. The actor Tony Dow was inaccurately reported as dead this morning after miscommunication between those who were close to the star. Now, how can that be? If you're close to the star, if Tony Dow, and he's laying in bed, and oh my God, I wish he was dead. Oh, he's dead? No, I wish he was. I wish he would pass on. So you're saying he's dead? Yes, I wish he would be dead. So there's a miscommunication somewhere. The premature news of the 77-year-old actor's passing broke earlier this morning on July 26, when multiple news outlets reported the statement shared from Dow's official Facebook page. All right, first of all, fire that person. They claim that they actually like I said, died of cancer. Dow, who became instant household name as the role of Wally Cleaver, the protective older brother of Theodore Beaver Cleaver, played by Jerry Mathers, in the late 50s, blah, blah, blah. Update. Tony Dow is still alive. I had a conversation with his wife. Not me, but the people in this article. And so he is alive. So she is understandably struck by the grief-stricken about what's going on in Tony's health battle in the past couple months. This is about his wife. She has been in hospice care. He has been in hospice care at their home, and based on some health issues overnight, Lauren, his wife, inferred that Tony had passed away to some people close to her, and the word quickly spread. So someone had a death pool on him. He continued, she told me, this is the guy writing the article, she told me that she now feels foolish about what transpired since his death was reported around the world. She also told me, the writer of this article, she also told me through her pain, it is of my own doing. I told her, we know it's been a very stressful time and that people understand overwhelming grief. Lauren says that she loves and adores her husband of 42 years with all her heart. So he is not dead yet, but if you got him on a watch list, go ahead and put him on there right now. Now, something that's on a watch list right now, a Polish scientific institute has clarified that domestic cats has classified domestic cats as an invasive alien species, citing the damage that they cause to birds and other wildlife. In Warsaw, Poland, a Polish scientific institute said that these are invasive alien species. Some cat lovers have reacted emotionally to this month's decision to put the key scientists behind it on defense. Wojciech Solars, a biologist in the state-run Polish Academy of Scientists, wasn't prepared for the disapproving public response when he entered Felis catus, the scientific name for the common house cat, into the national database run by the Academy's Institute of National Conservation. The database already has 1,786 species listed with no objections. Solars told the Associated Press on Tuesday, invasive alien species number 1787, however, is a creature so beloved that it's often honored in Poland cemeteries reserved for cats and dogs. Solars described the growing scientific consensus that domestic cats have a harmful impact on the biodiversity given to the number of birds and mammals that they hunt and kill. The criteria, including the cats among alien invasive species, are 100% met by the cat, he said. Now, so what they're saying is they're not, quote unquote, an alien, but what they are is they're an invasive species. So, for example, if you've got a koi pond full of koi, and you throw a beaver in there, that beaver or whatever, why did I say beaver? Because of the show, you threw something in there that was killing the koi. That is an alien, which means not of that area, invasive, taking control of an area, species, of course, the animal itself. They're not saying that the cats are aliens, or what they're saying is the cats themselves are invasive to the everyday life of birds and other stuff that they hunt and kill. They're destroying our ecosystem. Dorota Simska, the author of the book titled Happy Cat, pointed to the other causes of shrinking biodiversity, including polluted environment, urban building facades that can kill birds in flight. Ask if man is on the non-invasive species. These fucking words. Siminska said, arguing that cats were unfairly assigned for much blame. Solars told the AP that some of the reports are about listing creatures. Solars told the AP that some of the media reports about the listing created false impression that the Institute was calling for feral and other cats to be euthanized. So what they're saying is, that's what they're... So they're just saying that cats aren't necessarily aliens. They're just an invasive species based on our normal biodiversity that's in, our area. Now, one biodiversity that we have in a lot of neighborhoods is dogs. Now, as you guys know, we live on about 22 some odd acres. We have horses, chickens, cattle, dogs, cats, goats. And for the most part, everything's pretty quiet. Now, across the street from us, they have, I'm just assuming, I've never seen these dogs before. They've got to be, at least based on their baritone of their bark, they've got to be anywhere from 60 to 85 pounds. Because they're out there. Someone drives by the front of the property, the mail lady comes, they will burr, 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 burr. I mean, they sound like big dogs. But what they're saying is, not only are dogs great companions, they will also offer, fuck me. Dogs are not only great companions. Researchers of the Ohio State University discovers that neighborhoods with more dogs have less violent crimes, homicides, robbery, and the lesser extent aggravated assaults. The researchers built off of James Jacobs' natural surveillance, or the eyes on the street concepts. She says that more the eyes that are readily roving about the neighborhood, the easier to maintain order and safely through this informal surveillance. Researchers behind the newspaper, the researchers behind the new paper wanted to explore how this surveillance happens. The dog walking seems like an obvious choice. People walking around their dogs, essentially patrolling the neighborhoods. They see when things aren't right, and when they are suspect outdoor outsiders in the area, they can be a crime deterrent. Well, yeah, that's what it means. So Fido is surely a good guardian. So if you have a neighborhood with a whole bunch of dogs and stuff, now granted, some neighborhoods are, if they don't tell that dog, shut up, I got to get up in the morning. Well, you know what? There's a reason why that dog's barking. There either is a lot of foot traffic, and I used to live in downtown Orlando, well, just on the outskirts of downtown Orlando, and the street that I live on didn't have sidewalks. And that's one thing I noticed on my side of town. I didn't have a lot of foot traffic. But when I go to see my friend on the other side of Orlando, there was a lot of quote-unquote foot traffic. And foot traffic leads to, and when I say foot traffic, people passing through, wanderers, meanderers, going through your neighborhood. I don't know if they're scoping or searching or whatever, but, I always think worst case scenario. All right, guys, or should I say ladies, when we come back, are you vabbing? Yep, that's a thing, and I'll describe what it is and tell you exactly, oh, God. Wait till you hear what this is. And also, if you're so popular, and also, I got more information about that guy who lost his pinky out there messing around with the shark. Stick around. You listen to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting from the bellandtea.com studios. For more information, check them out at bellandtea.com. And we also are broadcasting just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And we'd love to hear from you. And the way you do that is go over to prophetradio.com. Click on Be Heard while you're there. Get yourself some free swag and make sure you like and follow and subscribe. You can see all the videos that we're talking about here live or after the show. If you miss anything during the podcast, you can go over there and check that out as well. And I apologize right now. I'm having a hard time with iHeart. Actually, iHeart right now is having some problems with uploading all the stuff that we do here on the show, here at Deacon Live. But you can still find us over at Spotify. If you're listening to us now, hopefully everything's been fixed. But you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, on the actual website itself. Just type in Deacon Live, one word, and then podcast, and you can see all the different platforms, just in case iHeart wants to have a hiccup or a cough or a cold and not be able to load our podcast again. Now, I was driving the other day, driving around our little town here, and we don't have a whole lot of fast food chains in our area. We do have a small, not a Ivy League school. It's an art institute type school. It is a college. It's a university. It's called Wingate, Wingate. I say Wingate. People around here call it Wingate. I don't know how you get that in there, but I guess country slang goes further than I can think of. It's a university. It's an art college. It's an art university. And so there's like, a couple gas stations, maybe a pizza joint or two, and a couple fast food chains. I drove by Burger King, which here in North Carolina, they're far and few between. We found out that Bojangles has their home office here in Charlotte, and they have 786 locations and 336 of them here in North Carolina. So they kind of choke out the fast food chains. They choked out Popeyes and all the other restaurants. But I saw Burger King on their sign. Normally they have like 2 for $6, 5 for $12, whatever the stupid deal is. Now hiring, starting at $10. They can't find people to work in some of these restaurants. They always have now hiring right now, and they had whatever amount that they're going to pay per hour. I did see this one right across the university. It says Burger King now hiring, work today, paid tomorrow. Now, how can they do that? I mean, how can you get paid? Because they would have to physically, are they writing checks? Are they signing paper checks in the back office as the manager every night? All right, how many hours did you work? Well, boss, I worked like 5 hours, but, I actually worked 6 and I took an hour lunch, and can I get paid, and that's going to fudge a lot of payroll. How do you take the taxes out of that quickly, less than 24 hours? If you're not doing some kind of accounting or bookkeeping or something like that, how are they managing to do that? So I'm just letting you know, if you've seen anything something like out there like this on a fast food chain, franchise or not. I'm not talking about, Dave's Pizza down the road where the guy basically, how many hours you work? 4 hours? What do I pay you? $10? Pulls $20, two 20s out of the register and hands them to him, and on about his day. No, this is a, corporation, and they're saying, work today, pay tomorrow. I wonder how that works. I'm interested in how they take out, the federal taxes and state taxes that we here have in North Carolina. Missed that from Florida. And any kind of like a Medicare or Medicaid or whatever that the phone calls keep coming in on the phone, asking you if you want part A and B. So I'm just interested in how they do that. So if you have an idea, go over to Prophet Radio and click on Be Heard. We'd love to hear your ideas of how they are managing to do that. Or if you work over there. I know we have a huge listening audience here in North Carolina. So if you've seen that or you've actually done that, I'd like to hear from you as well. Now, here we are paying for something in gas, right? Gas prices are crazy. Everyone, it was better with Trump. It was, worse with this person. It's better with that. Okay, let's just get over it. This is what we have to do, right? Money you pay for gas is helping you get to this job where you can work today and get paid tomorrow, and hopefully can afford food when it's all said and done. But one thing that they do here in North Carolina, Duke Energy, we have solar panels. And I know out in the Midwest, they have what are the wind turbines. And they're like going, why don't we all just do wind turbines here in whatever state that's got a large population of wind? This is probably what's keeping us from getting the wind turbines. This was caught on video. One of the large wind turbines, let's see, does it say what state this is in? Oh, this is in Caldwell, Texas. A wind turbine catches on fire. Now, if you want to see this video for every podcast we do, we have a matching video, and you can see this in real time as I'm talking about it here. Watch this thing here. I'm going to turn the volume up because it does have some volume. Now, this is one of the three propped. It's got the 3 blades on it, and one of them got hit by lightning, and it's spinning around on fire. So you're seeing like this. It's kind of cool looking. It's this black ring of smoke as this thing's spinning around. So here we go. Here it is, spinning around, and the fire's burning down, and that blade falls off. Doesn't fall off completely. What it does is it catches the other, you can see lightning still going on in the background. It catches the motor and the other motors and the other props on fire as well. Look at this thing. and now it stops working. So, I mean, how much was it to put that thing up? And it's completely shot now because lightning hit it. Now, something that's shooting back all over the internet right now, especially on TikTok, is something that they're calling vabbing. V as in Victor, A, B, B as in boy, I-N-G. And it's strictly for ladies. Now, I guess guys can do it. I guess they would call it something else. But let's get into what the ladies are doing. Now, I know history repeats itself. I remember in school, in some areas, I remember in school many years ago, not that long ago, someone actually was talking about this. I forget what class I was in where they were talking about pheromones and how people attract each other. I think there was, perfumes themselves say they mix with your own pheromones to attract a mate or attract a friend or attract a lover or some kind of partner. This is nothing new, but it's just catching on again. Recycle the news after, 25 years or so. This is recycling again, and it's called vabbing. And you're like, all right, Deacon, well, what is vabbing? So let's start with the basics of vabbing. Now, if you want to see this video, go over to prophetradio.com, and you can see this video as well. So here we go.
Oh, sugar pie, honey bunches of oats, do I got something for you? There's quite literally no other way to put this, so I'm just gonna lay it out on the table. Apparently the people who partake in this trend take their vaginal secretions and they dab it behind their ears and on their neck and on the back of their neck as a way to have their own pheromones on them and draw men. Like I said, to each their own. Not my cup of tea, but some people like different types of tea.
So what they're saying is, well, let's dive a little bit more and see what this young lady has to say here.
Yo, guys, why are you vabbing? Why are you vabbing, guys?
Ladies.
Okay, if you don't know what vabbing is, basically it's like...
Now, of course, you can tell she's from another country. She's got a little bit of an accent. She calls it vabbing. It's vabbing.
Using your vagina fluids as a perfume. You actually use your hands and scoop up the vagina fluids out of your vagina. And then you put them on your neck. Anyway, just use them as a...
She gets a little sick.
You use them as a perfume. They actually use this to attract men, their partners of some kind. So you use them when you're going to meet your partners. Okay, guys, today I went to the mall, and then I meet this girl. I know the girl, I know her, as in personally. Not we're not that much close, but we know each other. So girl, she is working with her boyfriend, I think they were coming from a restaurant or something, and then they are walking, and then I meet them, and then okay, oh hi, and guys, I hug her, I come to hug her like this because we know each other, and then we're greeting each other, and then when I hug her, guys, guys, she smell vagina. She smell vagina.
She smell vagina. All right, first of all, ladies, if it's that bad, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Normal wear and care on yourself. You shouldn't be that way. There is a just like guys are the same way. But I remember in college, I forget what class I was taking. They were talking about, just take your hand and kind of do the thing. Now, if you ever seen Mallrats, don't do the other one. And I'm not going to go into that one, but you can look that one up. Search Mallrats and Jason Lee and see what he does with the handshake. So there you go. So vabbing, women are taking. I don't want to say they're how do I broach this? Being a guy myself, they're taking their scent and rubbing it on their neck and ear areas and then going out in public. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Think about it. How many times have you seen guys just kind of scratch themselves or do anything like that and literally just carry on about their day? You don't see women flocking around them, do you? So maybe it doesn't work the same way. Anyways, when we come back, we'll talk about a death of something that has been a staple at some of your restaurants out there is now going away, and it's a dessert. And what the hell is pink sauce? Oh, God. Sorry. Bad segue. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting from the bellandtea.com studios. For cheap, fashionable clothing, check them out at bellandtea.com. Now, I am a big fan of Subway. As you guys know, there's a big lawsuit out there that has, they're actually going in and saying that, yes, the tuna at Subway is part tuna, but what everything else is, I don't know. You guys figure it out. There's a big class action lawsuit still going on as far as what the definition of the not the foot long, but what the tuna is at Subway. Now, over in Las Vegas today and today only. Now, we're on a different time schedule. We are on the East Coast. We're just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. So it is 2 o'clock here. So over on the West Coast, of course, they're about 3 hours behind us. So you might be able to take advantage of this right here. Subway is offering free sandwiches for life for one person who gets a foot-long tattoo of the company's logo on their torsos this week. First person at Subway block party who gets a foot-long tattoo gets Subway sandwiches for life. The restaurant chain is inviting people to a block party this Wednesday in Las Vegas, where the first person will receive a 12x12 logo tattoo in honor of the chain's foot-long sandwiches. Jesus. You will get free sandwiches for life. Their prize will be given in $50,000 worth of gift certificates. Now, the company will also give 8 prizes for smaller tattoos of the promotion logo, according to Subway. The 3x3 tattoo imprinted on a person's shoulder blade, forearm, or calf could score free sandwiches for 1 year, awarded as $4,380 worth of gift certificates or gift cards. A person who gets a 2x2 logo gets a free sandwich for a month, awarded to $372. Ink Masters champion DJ Tambay or a member of his team at the Bad Apple Tattoo will do the tattooing between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. So if you're listening to us now, this is Pacific time. You can go over there and grab your tattoo. You must be 21 years or older. Tattoos will be granted on a first come, first served basis. So if you're a big fan of Subway and you want some cheap food or food for life, figure it out. You got it right there. Unfortunately, I have had this product maybe 3 times in my whole entire lifetime. And the only time I got it is when I went to Taco Bell. I thought it was a good combination of a dessert and a restaurant. It is, and it's going away right now. The beloved Klondike product, packaged ice cream in a taco-shaped cone, has been discontinued. Over the past 2 years, we have experienced an unprecedented spikes in demand across our portfolio. Let's do that one. And had to make a very tough decision to ensure the availability of our portfolio nationwide. The Klondike brand representative told CNN Business in an email, adding, "We know this may be very disappointing, but we know this may be very disappointing. You could possibly still find the Choco Tacos around town. So what they're doing is they're discontinuing the Choco Taco. You could possibly find Choco Tacos around town as sellers run through their inventory. During the pandemic, it became common for companies to slim down their portfolios to help to meet the demand for the popular items. But even less popular products, as devoted as the fans are, they were upset about this decision. The Choco Taco has fallen. They always take the best things away from us, is what another user says. Now, like I said, I've had the Choco Taco before. Basically, it's a waffle cone, and it's got swirls of chocolate embedded in the ice cream, and then the whole outside is dipped in chocolate and I guess nuts. It's a good product. It's a great product. I think what they need to do is take the Choco Taco and just put it in one location instead of trying to take the 200,000 that they make per year and spread it over the United States. Find the place that makes them, okay? So let's say they make them in Louisiana. Just do a circle. like a 800-mile circle around there, and just deliver them in those areas. It's no different than like Crystal's. Crystal's, my favorite hamburger in the world. A lot of people used to say yuck. Crystal's only reaches outside of their distribution center. So I think they need to take advantage of that and take advantage of, you know, there's a reason why In-N-Out Burger are only on the West Coast. You know why? Because they don't have distribution centers on this side of the thing. So rethink that, Klondike. Do me a favor. Rethink that for me. So one thing right now that a lot of people are trying to rethink and wrap their brains around, again, TikTok takes effect. What is pink sauce, and why is everyone on TikTok talking about it? So right now, there's something out there that people are putting all over everything. This new product is taking over TikTok. The dipping sauce was crafted by a TikTok creator, Chef P, or Pie, P-I-I, and has left the rest of the TikTok befuddled. Why is it pink? Why does it taste like that? Are you sure you can eat this? Why are people ordering random condiments that they saw on TikTok? TikTok demanded that they want to know what the pink sauce was. The creator did not want to use her real name. Oh, it's a female. Not like I'm shocked. Sorry. That came off wrong. Oh, it's a, you know, because normally you think chef. Anyways, how did the pink sauce go viral, and why is everyone on TikTok suddenly talking about it? Let's break it down. So what is the pink sauce? The pink sauce is a dipping sauce that weirdly resembles Pepto-Bismol for its bright pink colors. All right, we got that. Chef P, I'm going to say Chef Pie because that sounds better, started posting about the pink sauce on her TikTok page earlier in June, pouring it over various foods like chicken, gyros, or heroes, however you want to pronounce it, tacos, and more. When the users asked, why is it pink, Chef Pie posted on a video on June 19th, detailing how she wanted to come up with like this crazy innovation off the wall sauce, and decided to make it pink. However, she also wanted the sauce to have a natural pink color. So if you want to see this video, go over to Prophet Radio and click on Deacon Live, and for every podcast we do, we have a matching video. So here she goes. Here she is talking about this Chef Pie, and she's talking about her pink sauce. Let me turn this up here. There we go. Oh, there's no sound. So she's got like a chicken finger, and it looks like pink paint. Now I'll play it again. She got a chicken finger, and she's got this bowl. It looks like literally Pepto-Bismol or pink paint. I mean, that's how thick it is. And she eats it. Of course, she's going to sell it. You know, she's got to sell the sizzle. She's dancing around in her kitchen. It's good. No, it doesn't. So what is in the pink sauce? Here are some of the main ingredients of the condiment: water, sunflower seed oil, raw honey, distilled vinegar, papaya or dragon fruit. I'm sorry, pitaya, P-I-T-A-Y-A. I don't know, or dragon. Oh, I guess it's called dragon fruit. Garlic, pink Himalaya sea salt, and less than 2% of dried spices, lemon juice, milk, and citric acid. So what does it taste like? Well, let's see this TikTok person right here. She's trying it. So here we go.
Okay, I'm back. Finish off the sauce. And I'm gonna be as extremely honest as I can be. I can be honest without being mean. If I don't like the sauce, I don't like the sauce, but I will not talk down on this girl, this woman at all. So also, like I said, I am gonna try the Kick and Heat after this video, which I'm kind of scared to try because I don't feel like it's gonna be hot, but I'm kind of more excited to try this one than the pink sauce. Some of y'all ruined it for me on the pink sauce. Okay, so I went to Chick-fil-A. Oh, shit, goddamn, this shit. Oh, y'all, this watery as fuck. Okay, I know.
So she's eating it. She went to Chick-fil-A and got some chicken tenders or whatever, and she's got the pink sauce on. Now, the pink sauce that she has is in like just a normal squirt bottle, and it's a lighter pink, and it's a little waterier than the actual video, the original video that we had. She's eating it. She's gonna do a little more. Oh,
what is it? Huh. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I had to get my own thing because now I will say this sauce is extremely, extremely watery. Y'all see how It's watery.
We see it.
Damn, I want to tell y'all what it tastes like, but I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, let me try to figure it out real quick. Oh shit, this shit running from the bottom.
That's why your car's messy, girlfriend. That's why your car's messy.
Okay, I'm gonna be 100% with you.
Okay.
Hold on. Maybe like the chicken is overpowering it. I don't know. I can't taste it.
Oh, now she's drinking right out of the bottle, and the bottle looks like an old school ketchup bottle. I say old school. It's a squeeze. Looks like a ketchup bottle, and it says pink sauce on it, and it's a lighter pink. So, and she just straight drank it. Here she goes again. Mm-hmm. Tell me about it, girlfriend.
It's good, but I'm trying to like give y'all.
All right, you suck. You suck with reviews, by the way. So, what people are saying about this? This is where it gets interesting. Because plenty of people on social media have questions and concerns about the pink sauce. Let's start with the ingredients. Several users have pointed out the purported inconsistency with the sauce and on its nutrition label. For example, according to the bottle's label, it contains 444 servings of pink sauce. It also contains milk, leaving critics concerned on how well the pink sauce will ship, especially in warmer weather. Meanwhile, Chef Pie's initial resistance to sharing what's actually in the pink sauce has left many questions whether the people should be buying it, eating this in the first place. If it's pink, if the pink sauce really has milk in it, then everyone ordering is eating spoiled milk. That's what they're saying. This is what they're saying on Twitter. The pink sauce thing is really motivating me to pursue my dreams because clearly I will buy anything. All right, so the pink sauce is out there. So if you tried the pink sauce, by all means, let me know about it. I want to hear from you as well. And the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio. Click on Be Heard. It's a little blue bar at the very bottom right-hand side of the page. Opens up a microphone, and we'd love to hear from you. Tell us about your pink sauce. Ladies, you know what I'm saying. Tell us about the pink sauce condiment that is out there. I haven't seen it on the shelves yet. Hopefully it'll come to our area, our local Walmart area. Maybe I'll buy it if I see it there. All right, guys, stick around. A couple more things to do or get into, and we'll let you get back to what you got to do. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us on all your social networks. And the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio. Click on social contacts. Don't forget, we normally do broadcasts on iHeartradio. We're having a little bit of hiccup there. Hopefully, they'll fix that here in the next couple minutes, hours or so. But for those of you who are loyal fans, we love you, and you're listening to us. Hopefully, you're finding us out there. If you can't find us, it's Deacon Live, all one word, and then podcast. And you can find us on about 25 different platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and all those other things. And you know, worst case scenario, if you want to call it that way, you can always go to prophetradio.com and you can see all the episodes over there on the left-hand side of the page, and then you can see all the videos matching with those podcasts. And just a little insight, the podcast, I don't edit. I mean, the podcast video, I don't edit. So when you see what's going on here in the studio, that's live. That's I don't edit anything out of that. That is me, full steam, messing up, doing everything. And you can get a lot of people like to watch that, and they like to see what goes into actually making a full episode of the podcast. Because I'm a one-man show here. I do a lot of stuff, and the audio, basically, I have to go back through and take out a couple little segments and stuff and add commercials back. So if you want to see the raw stuff, you can check that out on our YouTube channel, and you can find that over at prophetradio.com. Now, we broadcast we broadcast from the bellandtea.com studios. Every purchase of... Oh, I already said that. And we broadcast from the bellandtea.com studio. Everything you need for this summer, winter, fall to stay fresh. Now, most of this episode here, we've been talking about all the videos and stuff that have been happening on TikTok. But you're asking yourself, well, what's going on with Facebook? Well, Facebook themselves, even though they changed their name to Meta, they're having a hard time keeping up with TikTok. TikTok themselves, based out of China, I know, China, they have over 1 billion subscribers right now, as to the 3 billion that Facebook has. Now, think think of the difference as far as how long Facebook's been around and how long TikTok's been around. So you can see, you know, in a short time, TikTok has gathered more followers in a short length of time than Facebook has. Now, granted, there's different avenues and stuff. Facebook started, in 2004? The internet was still young. Everyone was new. You know, no one knew what they were going to do. But right now, you're going to start seeing Facebook starting to look and feel a little bit more like TikTok. The Meta quarterly earnings are likely to reveal a financial squeeze. The Facebook parent Meta is facing existential threats. Its flagship social network lost a daily users for the first time last year. Its audience is aging. If you think about it, yeah, 2004, if you signed on in 2004 and you know, it's 2022 now, you're at an age where you really don't care about that anymore. Or do you? Younger people who are flocking to Instagram are now flocking to TikTok. Sales growth is slowing and profits have dropped. So Meta plans to give its latest financial report on Wednesday. Today, I'll be there. And expect us to show us just how much competition and global economic woes and ongoing overhang. I don't know what, I'm going to leave that one out. Zuckerberg has warned us about the rise of TikTok for years. He explicitly acknowledged the threat that it poses to call investors in on February. So he's like going, hey guys, you know, guys at the front desk, Facebook is, TikTok's coming around. What are you guys going to do about it? We're fine, Zuck. You big Zucker. 2 years ago, Facebook introduced TikTok short-like videos called Reels. I think, you know what I think it is? I think it's in the name. TikTok, if you say, I've got something called Reels, and you're like going, what is that? Well, it's real footage of you doing something. I don't want, that doesn't sound fun. If you say TikTok and you're like going, well, that sounds fun. What is TikTok? It's kind of like Google. Why don't you Google something? Why don't you TikTok something? And for those of you who don't know, TikTok started out as just like a musical app. That's why the logo looks like a music. It's a staff symbol. And it just took off from there. So you need to think about the branding, you know, instead of just throwing it in your quote unquote, pardon the pun, Facebook and calling it Reels. You need to relabel it and call it something cool. That's my opinion. Put me on the board. Only pay me. All I want is $250,000 a month, and I'll give you all my ideas there, Zuckerberg. What do you think about that? I can tell you all your problems. Now, the problems that some people are having right now is actually with TikTok and all the stupid trends. They can't tell what's real, what's not real. And this story's a little late, but it's just coming out now. There's something called No Poop July, and it's all over TikTok as well. How many times can I say TikTok during this show? Some doctors urges users not to try this for real. No Poop July, which reemerged on TikTok this month, has been a joke challenge since as early as 2020. The hashtag has amassed more than 112 million views. No Poop July is taking over the For You page on TikTok again, and some doctors are hoping that the users do not take up the challenge seriously. The trend involves young people, often men. I don't know, some women can hold their shit for a long time, you know what I mean? Pretending that they haven't had a bowel movement since the beginning of the month. The video shows the men sweating profusely while fighting the urge to defecate while crowds cheer them on. Don't shit. Don't shit. The video often includes what day of the week the No Poop July is on. The challenger allegedly is on. The videos are clearly jokes and does not appear on the TikTok users seriously preventing themselves from having bowel movements along this month-long challenge. So it's a joke, people. The funny thing about the joke is that the potential is serious thing that people are doing. So no poop challenge, you can try it. You should be backed up for days. Now I know, you know, they had a thing where and you've heard this story a long time ago, where the Wii came out, the Nintendo Wii, and people were drinking water every hour, and the last one to pee won a wee, and the girl who actually won it died because she had her bladder burst from not peeing. So think about that before you start getting into the no poop challenge in July. Maybe it's a week, maybe it's a day. No poop. Do you really want poop? Is the best thing. God, we've gone down a slippery slope here. So don't do it, guys. Don't freak out. Don't call your local news outlet and say, our kids aren't pooping. Give me a break. Now, this guy right here, this is an update on a video where this guy actually almost shit his pants. You've seen this video. If you haven't seen it before, let me go over the details. And for those of you watching this on YouTube during our DeaconLive podcast, let me switch screens here so you can see this. So this guy right here. Oh, right there. Let me stop. Stop. Please stop. You're so... Everyone has seen this video. Now, in Florida, sharks are common ground. We know what sharks are. We are the shark bite capital of the world. I think it's Ponce Inlet over there on the west coast of Florida. I'm sorry, the east coast of Florida. And it's not out in the ocean. For those of you who don't know, on the east coast of Florida, you have the intercoastal waterway. So if you look at Florida, and if you zoom in really, really close, there's this strip of water that's actually in between two pieces of land. So we have almost like the Outer Banks where you have to drive on a bridge to get to the outside. But that trap of water that comes in between the land and Florida is called the intercoastal. So there's a current in there. Everything obeys the same way as the normal ocean. We just don't have as many waves. But the fishing in there is great because all the little small bait fish come in there. And of course, with bait fish come big sharks and little sharks and everything like that. And one of the biggest areas for sharks is Ponce Inlet. Look it up. So this guy's on like a little flat boat, and he's out there surfing. He's out there fishing. He's got his family. Looks like the wife's behind him. Wife, girlfriend, I don't know. She's got her hands covered up. And they're out there fishing. Two boys. One's got a mask and snorkel on. And the boys are probably maybe 10, 11 years old enough to walk around and feed themselves and wipe their ass. You know what I'm saying? Make their own lunch if they need to. And here's the dad, young guy, probably mid-30s and something. He's got a shark, maybe a 3-foot shark on his line, and he's trying to get a hold of the shark to pull the hook out because, he's got to save that $2 leader with a 50-cent hook in it. And this is what happens. This is what started the whole thing. So here we go. Make sure I'm on the right screen here. Here we go. He reaches down.
Damn it!
I lost my goddamn pinky. Fuck! Okay. So what happened was, and it happened so quickly, the shark does like this death roll, and he spins around, and he's got his mouth open, and the dad accidentally gets his finger stuck in there and thinks he's going to hold this. It's probably a 200-pound shark. He's probably thinking he's trying to hold this thing steady. He's got his pinky in there, and it almost twisted off like a bottle cap. That's what happened. So here we go.
Don't play your phone.
There it goes.
Damn it!
I lost my goddamn pinky. Lost my goddamn pinky. So there you go. So here's an update of what actually happened. Let's see. I don't know if this is the next day, day before, or not day before, days later. Here he is out there, same guy, and he's got a huge cast on his left arm where he lost his pinky. And, of course, another shark. He looks like he's a little bit more in the intercoastal. Another shark got on the line, and we don't keep sharks. They're not good eating. They are to a certain point, but some of them are protected. You got to cut them and let them go. And that's what he was doing in the first video. Here he is. Another shark got on the line, and he's learned his lesson, so here he goes.
I learned my lesson.
Oh, my God.
Just cut the line. Let it go.
Goddamn, Billy.
Just cut the line.
My lesson.
Oh, my God.
Goddamn, Billy.
Goddamn, Billy.
So there you go. So goddamn, Billy. There he is. Cut the line. Let the leader go. And for those of you who don't know, most of the fishing stuff, especially in Florida, when you buy fishing gear, the hooks, the leaders, the weights, and all that stuff, outside of the line filament, they all break down. They're designed to rust and corrode in salt water and then dissolve into the thing. They have a natural biodegradable itself. The natural or the filament line, the fishing line itself does not. So that's where people get upset. But the leader lines, the weights, the hooks, and all that stuff do break down. So don't worry about that. You know, that's why sometimes you pull a fish up and it's got like 4 hooks in its mouth and they're all like dissolving. That's what happens. So here we go. One more time.
Oh my God. Goddamn, Billy.
Goddamn, Billy.
Goddamn, Billy. So there you go. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to let you get back to what you got to do. Make sure you follow us on all your social networks. And we're available on YouTube as well. Make sure you share, like, and do all the stuff that links us to you and you to us as well. And go over to Prophet Radio, PROPHE Radio. Get yourself some free stuff over there. I got some buttons, some stickers, some magnets. We'll send them out to you. Believe me, I'm not going to do anything with your email address. I just want to know if I have any questions as far as the correct address if something comes back. All right, guys. On that note, we'll let you get back to what you got to do. My name is the Deacon saying good night and good night.
Wait, come back.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.
I got mine. I got both of mine.